y'all can see me. Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? This is Tim Coleman, Senior Kentucky Basketball Recruit Report, Big Tim's High School Basketball Review. Haven't been on in a while, so want to catch up some here with Kentucky basketball recruiting going on. First of all, I guess we'll talk about Moussa Cisse from Memphis, Lausanne School. 7-footer, 6'11", 210, 215, maybe a little bit more than that. He announced today that he is reclassing to 2020, and he will be announcing his school next week. Kentucky is on the list, one of the 6 schools, but as of now, I don't think Kentucky is going to get him. That could change, you never know, but right now it's looking like LSU. Memphis second. And this has been a while, so it shouldn't be a surprise. People have said that Cisse, if he reclasses, LSU would be the favorite, so this should not be a shocker to anybody that LSU is the favorite school. So I know Kentucky fans are always hollering, "Oh, Kentucky, Kentucky." And I know the kid said that he wants to get to the NBA. And yes, we know Kentucky is the best school for that. But it may not be the best school for him to try to get there. Reason being Olivier Sarr, which I will talk about in a little bit, that maybe Cisse doesn't want to wait around. He wants to go somewhere where he has a good chance of playing 30 minutes to 35 minutes in a game, probably more 30 minutes in a game per game. So he may not be able to get that at Kentucky, especially if Olivier Sarr gets his waiver. And like I said, I'm going to talk about waivers in a minute and how they work. Just because one kid gets a waiver doesn't mean another is going to get it. That sort of thing. So right now it's looking like Cisse is probably going to LSU. Now I heard from a source that somebody is saying Kentucky has crept back in. I have not heard anything as far as that from anybody else, but that's what I was told, that Kentucky has a better chance than people think. I still think it's LSU until I get any other information different. That's what I'm hearing right now. So Kentucky fans, just don't expect to get Moussa Cisse. Just don't expect it. If something happens and we do end up getting him, that would be great. That would be cover for Olivier Sarr if he does not get his waiver. And I've said all along that we should get somebody else to cover in case the waiver doesn't go for Olivier Sarr. So in Kentucky, contrary to popular belief, I've been saying this for 2 weeks. Got it from my source that Kentucky is still looking for another player. They're still looking for another big. They have not stopped the roster. As of now, it's not complete. It may end up being complete. We might not get anybody else. But right now, the staff does not believe that it's a complete roster yet. They're trying to get another big. So, and you can counter that even if Sarr gets his waiver, because if we get another big, that means we have 4, possibly 5 guys, but more like 4 at those 2 spots, at the 4 spot and at the 5 spot on the floor. So if you want to say Ware and Jackson being 4s and Sarr and whoever this other big they would try to get would be at the 5 spot. Ideally, you want 2 guys at each spot that you can rotate in and out in case of foul trouble, especially with the bigs getting in foul trouble a lot because they're banging a lot inside and trying to get position. They're trying to rebound and they're trying to cover the lane, rim protect. So those positions are more susceptible to foul trouble. Kentucky fans, if you realize last year, that rotation we had in for Richards, the name, I can't believe the name escaped me, Sestina and Montgomery. you had those three really rotating in. Okay, Brooks, Brooks is a really small four, but you don't really want him there. You want him more a three, but he was a really small four. But that was really the rotation of guys right there: Richard, Sestina, and Montgomery. So it was those three guys that was a rotation. So you ideally want four guys in those two spots. I know, they're trying to say Brooks has to play the four. He might. So he's more of a 3-4. So he may have to play the four. So right now you're looking at trying to do four. And if Sarr doesn't get the waiver, you do need another guy in that rotation. Then you bring Brooks into that four spot. And so you need four guys rotate between those 4 and 5 spots. So that's the delicate situation that Kentucky is in right now. And that's why they're trying to get another big, because waivers are not for sure. They're not a slam dunk like some Kentucky fans would say. It's not a slam dunk. Okay. And our waivers are different. Okay. You can't compare one to the other. And I'm about to get into that now with Johnny Juzang got his waiver to UCLA. He's going to be able to play right away. Okay. His waiver is different from Olivier Sarr's. Okay. It's different in one way. We don't know why he got the waiver. He may have received a waiver because of the coronavirus going on and the NCAA having some sympathy, which I can't believe I said that, having some sympathy for these kids who want to be close to home. That might be why Juzang got the waiver. Okay, that doesn't apply to Olivier Sarr. Okay, Olivier Sarr is not transferring closer to France. Okay, that is not happening. So the waivers do not compare. And I know Kentucky fans want to compare. Why did Juzang get one? And maybe who knows if Sarr will. Okay, and just because Juzang has received his waiver doesn't mean automatically Sarr's going to get his. Okay. So these waivers work different. And with a coach leaving, unfortunately, and either going to another school, but in this case, Sarr's coach getting fired to the NCAA is not a good enough reason, which I think is ridiculous on its end. Okay, I think it's ridiculous. If a coach gets fired, okay, that one time that athlete should be able to transfer without penalty. Okay, if his coach gets fired, because contrary to popular belief, these kids go to school, they go to play basketball because of the coach. It's not because of the school. Okay, it's not because of the fan base. As Kentucky might want you to believe. Okay, Kentucky fans, it's not because of the fan base. Okay, it is one reason, and it is below the other reasons for the kid. Okay, the main reason for the kid he goes to a school is because of the coach. Okay, if that coach leaves, they should have that one-time transfer where they can transfer anywhere they want right away and not sit out. Okay, that's what should be. Okay, unfortunately, you're dealing with the 2A, and so it's not. It's not cut and dry. Okay, these waivers are not cut and dry. So just because Johnny Juzang received his waiver does not mean Olivier Sarr will get his. Okay, the two are not mutually exclusive. So we got to stop that. Okay, just because Juzang got his waiver, now Olivier Sarr is going to get his. We don't know. All right, but the good thing is this. Okay, Johnny Juzang's waiver has already been decided, which means, okay, that means that maybe we'll have a decision on Sarr's waiver in the next 2 weeks to a month or so. Okay, so maybe we'll know, and maybe the kid will know, okay, what he should do if he doesn't receive the waiver. And then if the appeals don't work, he can go now look to play professionally overseas. He'll have that time to go look. So that's the good news on Juzang's waiver being decided. Okay, and so that'll mean, before maybe school even starts, we'll know if Sarr's going to be able to play or not. So that's the good news, that Juzang received his waiver so quick. All right. But like I said, with the NCAA, you never know. Okay, I'm hoping they have some compassion on a lot of these transfers, not just Sarr, a lot of the others with the pandemic going on, that, they'll rule these kids, eligible to go play. And with Sarr's waiver, it's going to be a lot to Wake Forest, and it seems like Wake Forest has said they're going to help. We don't know how much they're going to help or what they're going to do. Okay, you would hope that the NCAA sees that Kentucky has had 3 players in the last 2 years that they have helped get waivers by the NCAA. Okay, Quade Green, Jamal Baker, and now Johnny Juzang. Maybe the NCAA will see, well, Kentucky's trying to help these kids get eligible right away at their schools, doing their best to help. Maybe the NCAA will reciprocate Kentucky in this instance and allow Olivier Sarr's waiver to be granted. But like I said, we will see. It is not etched in stone. We do not know. We're just going to have to wait and see. In the meantime, it seems like Kentucky's staff is trying to cover for that by trying to get another big in. Okay, say we do get another big in and Sarr is eligible. That's just more depth at the center position. Okay, that's more depth. And I'm going to tell you, I, for one, and I've said this before, as much as I love Isaiah Jackson, I think he has a great upside, man. One of the top upsides on the team in this recruiting class, man. He can do great things, man. He can be a real good NBA player if he polishes up a few things. But, folks, he is not a center on the college level. He's not a center, okay? Being a center is more than rim protector. Okay, yeah, he's a great rim protector in high school, and he will help us with rim protecting. All right, but it's more than that. Okay, you got to guard the guy inside when he posts up. You got to have the strength and the lower center of gravity to keep him off the block and make it tough for him to score. So you have to have that. Okay, right now I don't see that he has the strength to do that. Okay. Now, seeing him in high school, he seems like he plays stronger than what he looks, which may help him out in this. But as I've said in my write-up in the Kentucky Freshman Basketball Series, that he's more of an emergency center. Okay, I really see him as an emergency center. He might be able to play there for 2 to 3 minutes, and that might be all we need. Okay, that might be all. But he's not a center full time. He's not. Okay, he's a 4. He's probably going to end up maybe a 3 if he goes to the NBA. But he's a 3/4 type player. Okay, and if you watch any of his videos, some of you didn't watch him like me on the EYBL. Okay, I watched him on the EYBL, but some of you even look at the highlight clips. A lot of his block shots are from help side. Okay, a lot of his block shots are from help side. He doesn't block a lot of shots on his man. If his man is posting up and his man turns to shoot the ball, a jump hook or fade away or up and under, those type of things, you don't see Jackson blocking a lot of shots on the ball. Okay, a lot of his block shots are help side defense, which is great because that says he's good at help side defense and covering the rim in that instance. Okay, he's good at that. He was one of the top shot blockers in high school ball, no doubt about it. But he's going to have the bulk to deal with those 240, 250-pound centers. All right, they may be 6'9", 250, 6'10", 240, those kind of centers. Okay, it's going to be hard for him to deal with. Heck, it's going to be hard for Ware to deal with. And Ware's got a little more muscle on him. He weighs a little more. So it's going to even be hard on Ware to do it. So it is imperative that we get Sarr's waiver approved as of right now with the roster presently set at what it is. But if not, and like I said, Kentucky is why Kentucky staff is out there still trying to recruit a big, okay, that you need somebody else at that center position. And Also, what I've been told consistently the last couple of weeks that they've talked to Frank Anselem and Frank Kepnang to reclass. Now, everybody is saying that Kentucky is not is known Anselem's list anymore, that they have parted ways. Okay, I've heard different. Okay, I can only tell you what I have heard. I've heard different. That there's still contact there, but we'll see. Um, I mean, he probably will not end up at Kentucky, but I can only go by what my sources told me on this situation. And they're still also trying to get Paolo Banchero to reclass. They're still trying to work on that. So we'll see. I mean, if they get Banchero to reclass, that would be great. He's 6'9", yes, same size as Ware and Jackson, but he has more bulk. Okay, more strength. He's like 230, 240. He's more stronger and sturdy. They can get those guys off the blocks on the defensive end. So, and Banchero is very versatile on the offensive end. So, it would be great to get him. He has repeatedly said he's not reclassing, but that don't mean Kentucky is not trying. So, since they are still trying to do that, then the roster, they don't think the roster is complete. Now it may end up, like I said, just where it is. It may end up that way, but the Kentucky staff's still looking for one more big out there. So, I mean, whether it's Anselem, like I've said, people are saying that Anselem is out with Kentucky. So my source said it's not quite completely out yet. So we'll see what's going on with that. So and my source also said, because I asked them once again, I was like, everybody is saying that Anselem is not on Kentucky's radar anymore. And what my source said to me is it depends on how circumstances work out. Maybe the Cisse thing, or maybe some other thing going on with Kepnang or whatever. So, just like I said, take that with a grain of salt. That's just the way the situation is at this point right now. And that's what's going on with 2020 class with Kentucky. And a lot of things are still up in the air, too. 2021 class, a lot of guys are reclassed in 2020. Another kid, Jonathan Kuminga, he has not officially done it yet. I'm sorry. He's still officially in 2021, but it looks like he's going to reclass in 2020. He cut his schools to 5, I think it is. Kentucky, Texas Tech, Duke, and I forget the other school right off, and then the G League. So right now, I'm leaning toward the G League, and if it's not the G League, it's looking like Texas Tech. His brother's at Texas Tech. Texas Tech is building a squad, man. They're going to be tough, man. They're going to be a squad to look out for the next year or two. And if they somehow get Kuminga, oh my gosh. Man, it'd be really ridiculous, man. Just totally ridiculous, man. So, Jaden Hardy, right now, I'm still here. Kentucky's in great shape for him. 6'5" combo guard from Las Vegas. Originally from Michigan, so Michigan Wolverines are a real threat for his signature. And Kennedy Chandler, Kentucky's still on him. Looks like Tennessee is a real threat. Duke will always be a threat also, but it looks like Tennessee is a real threat with him. As far as bigs with the 2021 class, we'll see. We'll see what happens. You might get Brandon Huntley Hatfield, who is in class of 2022 now at the moment. He's 6'10", combo forward. Kentucky's trying to get him to reclass to 2021. So if that happens, Kentucky is highly favored for him. So I can't think of any other bigs that are certain 2021 because you have some that are still looking to possibly reclass, possibly Kepnang and Banchero. So, the other one, Patrick Baldwin Jr. Has Kentucky. He has a top 10 list. Kentucky's on it. Duke is on it, of course, who I think is favored for his signature. Along with Wisconsin, Milwaukee. Don't count out Wisconsin, Milwaukee. Patrick Baldwin Jr. is always wanting to play for his dad. This is the opportunity for him. And don't think that him going to Wisconsin, Milwaukee would be a bad thing. Look at John Morant at Murray State. He went to a mid-major school. He ended up drafted second overall, and he should be Rookie of the Year in the NBA this year. So Patrick Baldwin Jr. going to a mid-major like Wisconsin, Milwaukee, it is more of reality than you might think. So, sorry. That's it for now. If we get any more information that comes in, I'll let y'all know. I'll make another YouTube video on it. And like I said, subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. And as far as the subscribing, also, if you have comments, put them in the comments section. See what you think. If you have different information than I have, put it in the comments section. It's not a problem. So that's it. I'm done. God bless to everyone. Peace to the creatures. Stay safe with this COVID-19 thing. So stay safe. You all take care. I'm out.